So this is the Ouya. It's a $100 Android-based gaming console that's built around the central premise that you don't need to spend upwards of $400 to get a good living room experience while playing video games. But the other big selling point of this device is that it's completely open source, which means that the developers can do anything they want with it. When it comes to the central hardware, there's not much differentiating the Ouya from a device like the Apple TV or the Roku. Like those devices, it runs a mobile chipset that you'd find in any number of smartphones. Up. But while it more or less gets the job done, it's far from being the best controller on the planet. There are still some issues with responsiveness, which can lead to lag and an overall frustrating experience while playing. But one of the upsides of Ouya being so open is that they've allowed you to use any USB-based or Bluetooth-based controller you want with the system, which means that you could take your Xbox or PlayStation controller that you already have, plug it in, and if the developer supports it, you can use that instead. But the biggest point of interest with the Ouya is the games, and that's the entire reason why the console exists. It wants to be a place where indie developers turn to first to experiment with their wildest, most imaginative ideas. And in that case, this console is showing a lot of potential. When it comes to the quality of the games, especially these early ones, it's extremely hit or miss, but that's kind of the point. Ouya wants anybody to submit anything regardless of quality. In general, games are expected to range between $5 and $20, though there's no limit on that. And the idea is that there will be more than just ports of Android and iPhone games. Ouya wants indie developers to provide exclusives, and they want them to cater their games around the living room experience. But knowing this, one of the few things that Ouya requires is that every single game provides some sort of a free-to-try aspect. That way you don't spend the money and get burned. The Ouya is far from a perfect device in its infancy, but when you find the right game, there's no denying the fun it can provide. And for now, it's not really a replacement to the big consoles like the Xbox and the PlayStation, but it's a viable alternative, and for some, it might actually still be a replacement. At $100, it's not the biggest risk if you buy it and decide you don't like it. But over time, I think it's safe to expect that Ouya will not only improve the quality of the games in its catalog, but also work out a lot of the bugs and kinks in the hardware. But right now, it's up to the developers and whether or not they support it that will make or break the Ouya.